Hello, Star Souls, and welcome to my channel. I hope all of you are doing amazing. So, this is the pick a card most of you chose in my community post, Starseed Origins, and where do you come from, past lives, Starseed Origins. This is the team. I am super excited for this reading because I'll be using as part of it my new deck, the Yogic Path. It was gifted to me for Christmas by one of my clients, and she is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm not mentioning names, but you know exactly who you are. Yeah, and you can go on Instagram to follow me because whenever I get a new deck or something new, I post, I do a pick a card, and yeah, you can go and check me out there. So let's get into it. We've got 4 piles. Also, guys, lastly, I'm sorry, but the audio this time won't be as good and clear, so I'm sorry for this. I hope you can still hear me, and yeah, it's not a problem. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I really want you to meditate on this one, because this reading is quite spiritual. It's not just for fun, so yeah, I mean, after all the readings are for fun, but I kind of want you to take this more seriously than usual and really meditate on the cards, close your eyes, see which pile draws you in, and let's get into it. So this is gonna be unedited. That's why you're gonna see me removing the piles and putting them back. Let's start. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Let's hold some space for the energies to come through, for your galactic Akashic records and galactic family members to come through. You guys, when I was arranging the piles, with pile number 1, I had very strong orange energies and vibes. So definitely very creative souls. You might have something clairvoyant in you. You might resonate with it. So let's open the cards and see. Yes, oh my gosh, Tamas. So, I probably will not pronounce correctly the names of the cards, and I'll be reading them intuitively. Niyamas. Okay, I hope that's how you say it. So, this is so beautiful. Many of you guys come from stargates. So I'm getting Andromeda and I'm getting Antares because they are highly connected. So when I say you come from stargates, you come from star systems, or specifically the star. So it's not an entire constellation, it is specific stars in the constellations that are gates for traveling, for incarnations. And I think that many of you have Andromedan origins, and you might even have Scorpionic placements. You might have Antares placements. And I say this because one of my Antarian guides is a white tiger called Andromeda. So yeah, this is how I would channel this symbolism right here. There is also a connection to the Mayan culture. Yeah, strong connection to the Mayan culture. Your guys, your galactic family members, your people, they wear a lot of blue. I'm seeing like blue, what's this called? Yeah, it's slipping off my mind, but just blue clothing, maybe even blue cloaks. Your connection to your galactic family is very dreamy. It's very dreamy. I feel like you might try to meet them in meditation, but it works better in dream state. For some of you, it will be the opposite of that situation, but for most, I'm getting that when you go to sleep, this is when they connect with you. This is when they talk to you. And when you meditate, because you're more conscious, um, they're kind of training you in your dreams to surpass blockages around connecting with them. So yeah, when you meditate, because you're a bit more conscious than when you're asleep, obviously, you are unable to channel clearly their messages. But when you're dreaming, they are communicating with you in a very understandable way. I think that they know the exact ways to talk to you. So if you're a very visual person, they would give you very specific symbols, visual symbols. If you're more into emotions and things like this, you're just more sensitive. They would create dreams where your feelings are so intense, you know stuff by decoding how you felt in the dream. Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Wow, definitely strong Andromedan energy. So Andromeda, Lyra, and Antares, which is the brightest star in the Scorpio constellation, it's the heart of the Scorpion. Ramp, Angel of Time. As an Andromedan, you are instantly labeled a time traveler. To me, Andromeda is kind of like a parallel universe or something. It's like a parallel galaxy. It is our future, but it exists simultaneously with us. Wow, you guys. Okay, this is amazing. Some of you in the tree of life, there is this sphere that, and it represents nothingness. I think that many of you are being brought in your meditation, in your astral projections, to a state of nothingness for a reason. You're being taken to Source. You're experiencing God Source energy, and your guides help you do that by taking you out of time construct. They're training you to forget about the matrix that time creates. Hold on, this is a little bended. I'm also getting that many of you as starseeds, the seeding of your mission has begun very early on, but seeing the results, it's almost like between the beginning and the ending, time will stretch. You might feel like you're progressing very slowly, but you are progressing for sure. And it's like this Saturn return glow up that some people have. And these are you might be the people who would call late bloomers. But what is interesting is that you've always known what you're supposed to do. It's just that the journey to get there kind of slowed you down, but it was in divine timing. It was meant to be this way. So many of you are embracing the energy of peace when it comes to how fast your life purpose is manifesting. Because your guides are showing you that in the grander scheme of life, of things, of time, you're not as slow as you think. Meditate. Buddha. Okay, so you have Buddha coming through as an ascended master. Meditation, yes, guys, this is so, so, so important for you. And it's important for everyone. I always promote meditation like I'm sponsored or something. But yeah, meditation is really the way to connect. But what I am picking up on here is that even your higher selves, even your incarnations on other solar systems, etc., have been very meditative. So I see more of the feminine charge being present within your consciousness, within your energy. You are a space holder. The space around you is healing. It's almost like you create this bubble outside of reality, outside of physicality and time and everything, and you can pull people in it, and while they're there, they heal. Chanting is very important for you guys. Chanting, getting enough sleep, and getting enough meditation. Oh my goodness, look what we've got, the devil. But I don't look at this tarot as a tarot, I look at it as an oracle, and we have Andromeda. Wow. But I mean, Andromeda, the mythology behind the constellation makes sense with the devil, because it's basically a chained up princess in the sky. However, first of all, let's acknowledge the fact that you really have Andromeda coming through very, very strong. Wow. Pisces, Ostranus, Volans, Page of Air. And also, when I look at this card, I also get Andromedan vibes, and I'll tell you why. Because when I channel my Andromedan guides, they're very angelic. I almost confuse them for angels. I'm even thinking that they might be angels, but it's just different labels. Andromedans really give me angelic vibes, and whenever I look at this card, it's like there's nothing more Christ consciousness based than this card right here. Wow. Eternal child of God. So your galactic family is really trying to make you understand it doesn't matter how old you are a child of the universe. The only challenges you might face are people and situations that make you abandon your innocence and your childlike. It's not even about naivety, it's just that pure childlike approach to life. Curiosity, being open-minded, accepting, loving. Four of Swords. Courage, guardianship, and conservation. Some of you might have dealt with addictions and pent up anger. These are the side effects of facing Earth and reality here. I'm getting that you guys, because of where you come from, you're extremely stressed and consumed by the idea of survival, or you used to be. Some of you are outgrowing these tendencies, but this is happening because you don't have strong root chakras. Your higher self didn't really work on that. Specifically Andromedan starseeds, you don't have strong root chakras. Because the material world is the least thing you're concerned about. You're all about personal development, creativity and science combined. You're all about exploring all of your talents, not rushing it, because you have the entire time in the world that you need because of the longer lifespan Andromedan beings have. And here you are in a human body, trying to not allow the chemicals in the food, in the water, everywhere around us to make you even denser. Many of you are working on ascending your physical bodies, Andromedan beings. Those of you who resonate with Lyra as well will have it a bit easier. Lyrans have an instinctual intuition about how to survive in the physical reality. They actually enjoy it. But Andromedans, you are just learning how to navigate it. And I'm getting that some of you are realizing that following the rules did not work. Because what I'm seeing here is you guys, maybe you thought that if you follow the rules, you know, if you trust, if you have hope and trust that the system or whoever is in higher position has your highest good, you can follow the rules and kind of get where you want to be. And it's not, for some, it's not even about the systems. It's almost like you just wanted to do things right. You wanted them to do, you wanted yourself to be a good doer, to do things correct, right, didn't want to hurt no one, didn't want to create karma. You stayed in your own lane. But this, I think, somewhere down the line failed you or did not give you the expected results. And now you're learning a lot about how to navigate the physical reality, right? Not get too lost and too caught up in the astral, but navigate the physical reality without losing your sacred connection. And that is the biggest dilemma, especially for Andromedans. Also, I'm getting that you're learning how to keep yourself healthy, mentally and physically. You are really, it's like it's highlighted for you guys, the link between the mind and the body. Some of you might feel like birds in golden cages is what I'm getting. Your galactic family is saying, if there is one thing to learn from the Lyrans, it would be follow your wild spirit. Because no matter how peaceful of a soul you are, the very primordial, I want to say, essence of all of us is the desire to create something. This is why we incarnate in the first place. We have a desire. So you're tapping into a very, very, very fundamental source of passion. It's the passion that pushed the entire consciousness of the universe to start incarnating itself in blobs of consciousnesses, into souls, into spirits, and now here we are, human beings, being a small portion of all that we are. Wow. Some of you are very clairaudient. I'm getting that your clairaudience is being activated at this time. I just got a really high pitch in my right ear. What I'm getting for you, beautiful star seeds, is that you will leave a trace on this planet, on this world, and you need to believe it. But right now, you're being shown all the traces that the masters before you left. And it's almost like you're following their guidance, you're following the path of those who ascended from Earth, because you're learning about how to master, navigate this reality, the Earth reality. Many of you, your schedule, your productivity, your way of fulfilling your to-do lists won't make sense to people because you'll be very, very intuitive with your workflow, and it's how you're meant to be. You're creating a more feminine oriented movement around creativity, creation, putting in the work. You're inspiring more people to tune into their selves and to become more aware of the rhythms of their body, their mind and spirit. Because this is how you operated on Andromeda. Some of you might, I don't know what I'm getting, you might feel disconnected from your mom or your childhood is what I'm getting, because I'm having this vision of when you incarnated from Andromeda through one of the galactic, not galactic, but one of the stargates, one of the portals. For some of you it would be Antares, for others it would be Lyra, Vega maybe, but specifically Lyra. And when you incarnated, you felt like you were ripped off from your peace, from your truth. And you came here very, very lost. So your journey, a huge portion of it is finding your truth. And what I'm getting that at the beginning you'll be listening to other people, following other people, but the more you meditate and tune into yourself, the more your own truth that is untouched, uninfluenced by anybody else will reveal itself. Also, you have this beautiful ability to block psychic attacks, so don't worry, you're not being attacked. The only thing that can honestly attack you is the internet. You will be inherently very sensitive to social media and what is going on technologically. Your consciousness is very tuned into the development of technology on Earth. It's like the internet network that is out there in the open, right? All the signals and everything. It is overwriting the natural programs and flow of life, of the universe, of ascension. You're learning how to master your own sensitivity to all of this and turn it into a personal power. So please be careful with your social media accounts, how much time you spend on the screens. So this is everything I have for pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you resonated. Let me know. I loved it. It was so peaceful. It was so beautiful. Thank you, Star Souls, for bringing in this beautiful energy. If you want to show me some support, make sure to like, share, subscribe, because this really helps my channel grow and spread the messages that I have. And once again, thank you. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome, beautiful starseeds, to your reading. Let's see, where do you guys come from? What is going on with you? Some of you are from Orion, and some of you are from Vega, or you're from one of those places and you have a soulmate or a twin from the other place. Autumn, release the autumn rest. You guys are letting go of a lot of grudges, and this is based off galactic history that you've experienced, big galactic historical events that you've went through. And yeah, you have resentment towards a specific collective. I think that, oh my gosh, I felt this in my chest so strongly. Many of you might hate or just resent deeply certain pop singers or pop stars or movie stars, because you see behind the masks, okay? You see the deep dark webs, you see the elite circles, the elite rings that politicians and people in the public eye who are with a lot of power, or they think they are, all the things that they do behind the scenes, you see that. And it requires so much shadow work to let go of this resentment, because it's good to have that awareness. I'm not saying you should not know this or you should ignore crucial information, but how much do you let it operate your life? Your biggest dilemma here is, by trying to resist control systems, by counteracting, in contrast to what they tell you to do, maybe your actions are still controlled one way or another. Whether you go completely against something or you let it control you, in both situations it controls you. Because maybe you wouldn't do or think and feel certain or say certain things if that control system wasn't there. And maybe your rebellion sometimes shows you where these programs still get you triggered. So this is very deep. That's why I'm saying Orion and Vega. This is deep, genetically inherited history for the starseeds, and it's karmic, basically. So many of you are going to extreme depths of your own psyche to understand what is going there. Wow. Okay, we have Asana. By the way, I'll be reading these cards intuitively, so I won't be reading from the guidebook. And Brahma. Wow, this is amazing. So look at the duality here, or they're facing different directions, and look at this switch. You're learning how to turn the duality that you feel between you and people, or the contrast, or I'm the hero, you're the villain, and vice versa. All of these archetypes, you're learning how to combine them, or see how it's all playing the game with the same purpose. You're starting to see source everywhere, and it can be very, very difficult and triggering to see source or to see divine plan behind some nasty situations going on in the world. But doing this is not about saying someone who is obviously not of the light or a good person is a good person. It's not about sugarcoating truths. It's about elevating them. This is what you're doing. So there is a mix between crystal children and indigos here. You guys, sorry, many of you are very empathic. I sense strong empathy here. This is your greatest psychic gift. For others, it would be claircognizance, like you just know. But I think that for many, even most, this claircognizant knowing comes through feeling it. You feel it first, and you know exactly what this feeling is telling you. Some of you are connecting with some oversouls, and oversouls are, I don't know how many of you have heard of Bashar, I believe, or Bashar or Bahar, not sure, Bashar, I think, a collective six-dimensional being. One consciousness that is formed from the collective consciousness of an entire planet that has ascended, and there is this guy channeling him, or let's say it. So I think you guys are kind of going there. You're going in that direction on your ascension process. Some of you have experienced a walk-in experience. And also I'm getting around the age of 17. The number 17 is prominent, but specifically the age of 17 or 23, 27, you had this starseed awakening, you had this galactic contact, synchronicities. Teacher. You have the master/teacher card, and you have, wow, Gebura, left hand, the judgment. This represents one of the spheres of the tree of life in Kabbalah. Let's look at your cards here. You have Page of Cups, Five of Swords, wow, and Ten of Earth. Judgment, polarity, duality. You're learning how to transcend it. What did I say? You have this ability to see beneath the surface, very, very deep beneath the surface. Part of your soul mission on Earth is being responsible of your own thoughts, being responsible of the information you spread and entertain. And once again, I'm getting strong twin flame or soulmate energy here, mirroring. Mirroring all the things you see in society that you find to be of need of fixing, all the things you see in society that you resent. It's very likely that for the first portion of your journey, the soulmates you attract will mirror this. For many of you, opening your heart chakra would be life-changing because your crown, your third eye, your soul star chakras, they are open. You are in communication, you are in contact. So if you feel like you're being trained or you're being guided or initiated into contact, I just want to confirm this for you, especially around March. Your psychic juices will be flowing much, much more. I see Anubis coming through as well. Some of you, wow. Okay, some of you I see a past life actually on Earth, and you're reading like a book of shadows, book of the dead, or you're reading a book about the underworlds, both spiritually and physically. So you've had access to this information in past lives. And you intuitively know all of that now. I will try to see if I can channel more about your galactic incarnations. Where do you come from? So, Orion Vega, okay, we got this. Is there something specific at these places? Is there another place? Alpha Centauri is coming through as well. Wow, you guys, I just realized you are transmuting the warrior archetype through your consciousness. You are purging it because I see you being present during wars and conflicts between galactic nations. You guys, maybe some of you, of course not all of you, but some of you were fleet leaders, captains of ships. You wanted to get everyone on board, but maybe you didn't get to do that. There is this regret of not saving enough beings from where you come from. A lot of mourning and grieving a physical loss. But do you see how Gebra is holding the sword? Judgment. This is very cutthroat energy. And then look at the Ten of Pentacles. She's holding a beautiful glowing circle with what looks to be a crux in it. So you are turning your warrior after the battle into a peacemaker. You're turning your judgment into unconditional love. Many of you need to rebuild your faith, because I feel like many of you, without your faith, you're not sure where you're going. So you have to find your faith. And I think that this contact, this initiation to communicate, will help you reignite your faith. Working with the blue flame, of course, is coming through. So the biggest lesson that Earth School is teaching you is the universe you want to create is inside of you. Create it inside of you and you will see it outside. You have to focus on the microcosmos within. Because that's the only way you can bring out your gifts. You're the whistleblowers. You want to be the voice of change. I can see that. You might be asked to develop your throat chakra. Along with your heart chakra, as I mentioned, that would be the biggest change. But the throat chakra needs to be developed and trained, maybe through singing, maybe through learning a new language even. And what I'm getting is that where you come from galactically, it was a very, very diverse place. It was like a meeting point for many different galactic nations. And your nation loved and honored everyone. But your faith was betrayed. Your trust in some of these nations was betrayed because they either attacked you or they exposed you or they did not help you protect yourselves, I should say, because we're talking about your community here. You're learning how to trust your soul family, soul tribe again. So you might face I'm getting many karmic partnerships. Yeah, romantic, especially twin flames if you're on that journey, if you have one, but also friendships that are challenging you. Your love for yourself, your love for other people, your judgment. Really, unconditional love and the heart chakra are the main things that will accelerate your ascension like nothing else. But in the midst of that, you are a whistleblower. It's so beautiful because I feel like you're finding pieces of your story in other people, in their stories. So running away from facing, healing, loving humanity like a child, running away from that is symbolic of running away from yourself and your history. So this is what you're accepting. So I can see how many of you work with I don't want to say federation, I don't want to use fancy labels and stuff, but I can see a spacecraft. I see a room, it's like an oval room where different beings connect, and they're not even all physically there. It's very telepathic, it's very meditative. And they constantly make up plans about what's next on this ascension journey. So yeah, I want you to know that your ascension and this work that you're doing is part of your life. It's part of your purpose. It's not for fun. It's not a hobby. It's not an escapism form. Music is present here as well. You see this? This looks like a black hole or a black sun, as some researchers call black holes black suns. So maybe your nation is working deeply on researching black holes. You might even be interested in that yourself. Maybe your galactic awakening started from having an interest in the cosmos in general. And I'm saying music is present because this looks like a CD. So some of you might be releasing tracks, some of you might be making some beats, ascension beats. This is all I've got for Pile 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading and you resonated with it. Let me know in the comment section. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. If you want to support my channel, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. It helps me grow. It helps me spread my messages. So yeah, if you have a community that resonates with these topics, make sure to share. And yeah, sending you love. Bye, Pile 2. Okay, let's get into pile number 3. Hello. Welcome to your reading. Let's see, where do you guys come from? Stargazer, set your sights higher. So we've got some Pleiadian, Venusian, Lemurian starseeds, Arcturian as well. Yeah, I just spilled, blurred the names out spontaneously, but all of them came through suddenly. We have King of Wands, Ophiuchus, reversed. We have Nine of Pentacles. We have the Phoenix. We have Radha. Okay, we have Parvati. Yes, definitely feminine communities. Hello, we love it. We have, oh my gosh, we have Parvati twice. This is the same deities. The names are the same. And this is beautiful. This one came in reverse though. And we've got Phanuel, Angel of Truth. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I love this. Love this so much. So, let me tell you. First of all, Lemuria and Venus, very, very strong. Very connected to the seeding of Earth. Aquatic beings, aquatic consciousness is coming through, empaths, clairsentient people over here. Working with the 4 elements of the earth, bridging the earth and the sky. This is your purpose. Taking back your power as a divine feminine. I see a lot of alchemy, magic involved in here. Scratch the Pleiadian energy, please. Nah, this is not Pleiadian. So, what I really feel here is, yes, Arcturus, Venus, Sirius. These 3 places. I will make a quick pause so I can take some water and come back just in a second. Okay guys, here I am back, so let's continue. So what I'm getting is that many of you have connections to the Akashic guardians. I'm getting that you have this consciousness that keeps secrets, it keeps traditions going. It is in your DNA to protect traditions and knowledge and wisdom. So I'm seeing that many of you incarnate in great times of change, or should I say times of great change, and you make sure throughout this renewal you keep the basics. So hermetic wisdom or studies might be something that interests you. Once again, as I mentioned, alchemy and magic. You guys come from very far to travel to, I don't know, I'm getting teleportation. I feel like the way you travel to Earth and to Venus was through teleportation. Many of you have served in sacred temples all around the world. And I don't know why, but your galactic family is saying mixed genes are the strongest. So there are quite a few hybridizations going on with your race. Amphibian humanoids, perhaps. Perhaps this is how you channel your galactic family, your galactic tribe. But Sirius is very prominent here. You have inherited knowledge about herbs, how to make essential oils. You have inherited knowledge about potions and spells and rituals. Wow. But here is what I'm getting. On your ascension journey, a time has come for change, right? For development, for letting go, for learning how to adapt your tradition. And when I say tradition, your soul's tradition. You're learning how to adapt it to have this new beginning. It's almost like you can't, or it's hard to jump on board with those light workers who seem to be in 5D, who seem to have mastered manifestation, who seem to have mastered how do I say it, life, or there is a resistance here to changing your ways, to changing your ways in order to adapt. You don't want to do this. And whilst this is not bad, because again, you're protecting something here, you're protecting your knowledge, but to some degree, this is holding you back. So you have to reevaluate what traditions and spiritual rituals and wisdom do you try to protect and keep, and what is up for adaptation. Hmm. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm having a vision, especially the Syrian and Arcturian starseeds here. So, however you resonate with Lemurian Venus, it doesn't apply to what I'm going to say here. But I am seeing the human or your biological body as this galactic being. I see that your biological bodies were merged with technology. There was um, a massive installment of technology in the bodies wherever you lived. Especially, also your genetics were hybridized, especially the Syrians. So I can see how it can be hard to pick and choose where you come from, what is your origin, what is your story, what is your purpose. Because you carry genetics that give you multiple potentials. Please work with Archangel Raphael, Thoth, and maybe even Merlin. For those of you who love magic or magicians, or you just resonate with it so much. But specifically, Thoth and Archangel Raphael. I want to say that it feels like your time on earth has come, because I'm sensing a lot of fear, but very soon you will be united with those who are meant to be in your life. It almost feels to me that you hate how the information and the tradition that you carry has been corrupted. So maybe you want to be selfish with your knowledge. You want to be selfish with the truth. You want to keep it to yourself. Because you're afraid that it would be used against you or it would be corrupted by people in the spiritual community who are not spiritual. That's why I say you protect, you guard the Akashic records. And the Akashic records are in you, inside of you, they are in your genes. So maybe you're not the type of person who is in the position to share with just everyone and anyone the information you have access to. You might want to meditate and visualize diving deep inside the ocean, deep into the ocean, and by doing so, discovering something. Just set the intention that when you visualize yourself swimming to the depth of the ocean, you will discover something. And see what it is. Let go of expectations. See what comes up in your third eye, in your mind's eye. But overall, I'm getting humanoid, hybridized collective that has been created on Sirius, came to Venus, influenced Earth. And once again, for some of you, you have Arcturian DNA as well, or only Arcturian DNA, and guides. Let me see what else is coming up. I see you guys on your planet, and you might want to do the same on Earth. You were protecting some of the minerals and the metals. For some reason, your race was very, very, very famous for having material things that came from the planet that were part of your body as well. And these things weren't found anywhere else. So maybe you had to fight for your resources to protect them. I can definitely see this happening. I can definitely see invasions in your world because you had gold or crystals or plasma, platinum, whatever it was. And it was coming naturally from the planets, from the planet where you lived. Or maybe you were naturally psychic and dominant races wanted you to use your psychic abilities to do work for them because they did not have that. Maybe that's why I said that there was a massive plugging into machinery or technology of the biological body. I sense a strong fear of repeating history. This is what you're trying to avoid. So please use your guts. What is telling you? What type of lifestyle, what type of actions you have to take to be part of the change that prevents history repeating itself? Well, this is all I'm seeing for pile number 3. I hope you guys resonated with this and I hope you enjoyed the reading. I know I did. It was really mystical, I should say. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing this space for me with me and giving some of your time to watch this. I really appreciate it. If you want to support my channel, make sure to like, share, subscribe. It helps me spread my messages to those who need to hear them. And yeah, this is all I've got, you guys. I wish you an amazing week. Bye. Pile 4. Pile 3. Now let's get into pile 4. Okay. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. Let's see, where do you guys come from? What is your starseed origin? Some past life energies, priorities, King Solomon. Wow, strong Christ consciousness, strong Pleiadian mission here. I'm sensing Hebrew, like Hebrew incarnations. I'm sensing those who protect the lineage of Jesus, maybe being in your ancestry, connected in your history. So let's see. Angel of Snow. Okay. Manipur is so funny. Angel of Snow, and then we have the solar plexus chakra. Santosha. Oh, I did not. Okay. I was like, I'm missing a card here, so I did not pull a card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle for you. Let me do it now. Wow, I'm sensing so much sacrifice. Yeah, you feel like you feel like the starseeds who came here knowingly that they're sacrificing their higher selves or their ascension, because now they have to descend, and yes, they're gonna learn lessons, but it's almost like you signed up for this knowing it's gonna be tough. That's what I'm sensing for you. Atlantean timelines are coming up. Yup. Many of you were on Atlantis. But I don't think this is even surprising for you. Many of you have this golden aura, golden white auric field, very pure. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Okay. So, what is the animal guardian communicating here? I think that wherever you come from, a little clue that you can use is that the beings there were either vegan or vegetarian. They did not eat the animals. They didn't. Strong Pleiadian energy, actually. I'm also getting Archangel Michael coming through. So you have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Empress. Wow, what an earthly energy. You are old souls and you know Earth very well. You're not just starseeds, you are experienced with our planet. So some of you are galactic center starseeds. You might come from the Virgo constellation, the Virgo cluster. Oh yes, I can see this. So Pleiades, galactic centered, and the Virgo cluster. Look into the stars of the Virgo cluster. I'm not sure if Spica was one of them. I'm really not sure. Please check it out on your own. There is so much royalty with you. With Pile 4. I'm getting that you always incarnated in um, places and situations where you had authority, some kind of authority. I feel like you might resonate with those leaders, kings, queens, any any other type of leaders who stood out. Like they did not abuse their power; they used it for good. This is how I relate when I read your cards. How I relate to you guys. This is how I see you fulfilling your life purpose on Earth. Even Princess Diana is coming through. Wow, this is some powerful stuff. Very, very, very specific. Yeah, castles, old libraries. Some of you I see an Islamic palace, an incarnation one. Mm-hmm. I don't know, your earthly incarnations are coming through for some reason, not so much your starseed origin. But like your souls have been so focused on earth for so long that right now what is important and coming in your Akashic records is all about your earthly incarnations. Definitely Lyrans. Or oh yes, oh my gosh, definitely Lyrans are coming here. So look, this is a very very diverse pile. So the Virgo cluster, Pleiades, um, Lyrans. Not sure if I mentioned anything else prior. These places are coming through. What I'm getting also is inner Earth, the Antarctic continent, and inner Earth, and all the conspiracy theories about it might resonate deeply with you. Because some of you have galactic family members who freaking fly on the they fly the ships that enter in the planet, that go inside the planet. You have this psychic or telepathic connection to many underground bases and things like this. Those of you who research these topics, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. You might receive very precise, for some of you geometrical, for others mathematical, channeled messages, or it's very scientific the way you receive your downloads. I see many numbers of five, and when I think of five, I think of change. I think of Leo, um, and I think of gold. You guys have a purpose of sponsoring or using your abundance to lead people to a better life. So maybe you are very generous, maybe you like to donate to causes a lot. I'm getting that you guys have an artistic eye. You're creative, but it's almost like you don't have the time to make art. I'm hearing I have higher responsibilities. Oh wow. So in many of your past incarnations, creativity and the arts have been blocked for you. You were not able to work on them, to develop your craft. But overall, I see a lot of positive karma accumulated. Your life would go through ups and downs, but this positive karma will bring abundance into your life. Yeah, you have very committed ancestry here. It's like when you commit to a mission, you don't just abandon it like that. I see a lot of engineering in your cards from your galactic incarnations. So lots of working on engineering craft. Some of you might be remote viewers, is what I'm seeing here. You can remote view inside crafts, inside spacecraft, and of course other places. I'm trying to see what else is coming here. Coming through the cards. If you want to activate your remote viewing abilities, please work on your Merkaba. I'm hearing prioritize your ascension. Your galactic family is saying, we know you're busy and committed, but please prioritize your ascension at this time. You receive your gifts through your commitments. Your commitment is what counts, nothing else. You might have seen tall whites or connect with them, or the Nordic tall humanoids is what I'm getting. Have you ever had dreams about being in a labyrinth, being lost in a maze? Mazes are very symbolic of initiating you into something. I'm hearing underground libraries, so I do see past lives on Earth, the Atlantean times, and that was the time where kind of, let's say, negative oriented agendas started to spill into people's minds, and those who were committed to their light, they started to hide information, that they started to hide knowledge, they started to build these underground libraries. So yeah, a lot of energies around leadership, but also all the responsibilities and worries that come along with it. This is what I see in your cards. So some of you might be Scorpios, some of you might be Tauruses and Leos. I don't know if some of you want to do, if you want to have a psychedelic experience to try and expand your consciousness. I'm hearing your guides say, why do you think you need it? It's almost like many of you have forgotten your powers and your gifts and your abilities. You guys don't need external stimulus to activate your gifts. That is a huge message coming through. Some of you are like watchers, observers, watching humanity, seeing how far we've come. And you're taking this data somewhere. If you feel any stagnation, taking back your power, activating your solar plexus, activating this knowing that you are indeed very, very gifted and you don't need no one to validate you for it, activating this will put you back on track with your ascension. So let me repeat the Starseed origins to wrap this up. That was kind of shorter and sweeter, but honestly, this is all I'm picking up on. So the Virgo cluster, Lyra, and I think I mentioned Pleiades, but I'm not sure about Pleiades. Yeah, I did mention them. The Christ consciousness and everything, yes. So work with Archangel Michael. He's one of your main guides and main protectors. Well, Starseeds, this is all I'm seeing. It's not what I expected, honestly, but cards never work this way anyways. I hope the messages resonated with you. I hope they gave you a glimpse and they helped you understand yourself a little bit more. Please do your own research based on what resonated in this pick card in order to find the most authentic and truthful for you messages. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I wish you an amazing week, and make sure to like, share, subscribe to support my channel, spread these messages for whoever needs them. And yeah, I'm sending you love. Bye. Thank you for watching.